one last time in 2024. I need a raucous. I need to feel some reckless, impulsive energy up in here, okay? I need to feel that you're reaching out and grabbing this insight from me. Like your life depends on it, okay? A little bit more, okay? A little bit more. We can do better than that. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. You went there. Let's do this. Let's go one more time for 2024. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see what comes through. Let's see. Yes! And lift off. Okay. Spirits, angels, and guides, ascended masters, loved ones, teachers, positive ancestors, given the overall energy here as it relates to my collective, what do they need to know about the year ahead 2025 at this time? Oh, dang. Okay. So this is for a collective. So first and foremost, this is sacral chakra energy. This is for a collective that I feel like is truly focused on the year ahead in living your joy. And living your joy, okay? Anything that doesn't bring you joy or anything that doesn't bring you happiness, I feel like you're no longer interested in. There's this energy of you used to feel pulled towards maybe certain people, certain relationships, just because there was something in you that maybe was still unhealed that was resonating with that energy, or there was some type of karmic lesson to be learned. But I feel like this is a collective that has learned their lessons and like you've cleared that heavy energy. And I feel you moving forward with this level of confidence in terms of knowing what you want, knowing the life that you want to live. And that's a life of happiness. That's a life of happiness. This is you not feeling pulled anymore towards anything that feels like it's going to repeat an old pattern. And I feel like this process of enlightenment has gotten you to the point where you now can recognize this even before someone enters your life. You're not even attracting those types of energies anymore. Whether it's a romantic relationship, platonic relationship, it just feels like everything is being oriented to your happiness and to your joy. Damn. For some of you, it's going to be the best summer you've ever had. There's definitely a focus here on the summer months. This is a strong confirmation if you have a summer birthday as well. But this feels like an energy of a collective that's really passionate about moving towards a life of your dreams. Do you know why? Do you know what this is, soul family? For some time, your passion was being illuminated. Your passion was being instilled by external relationships, right? Your passion was coming from the source of a romantic partner or this desire to be able to create something romantic with a partner. And I feel like your passion now has returned to your own energy, to you just wanting to live your best life. This is a collective that is now just passionate about happiness, passionate about fulfillment, passionate about learning. And again, being able to gain opportunities that feel aligned with where you are now. The fire in you is lit. Yes, the fire in you is lit. But it's not for a romantic partnership, and not to say that you won't have that. The fire in you is lit because you know you deserve to live your best life. That's what this feels like. Damn. Okay, tell me a little bit more about love for the upcoming year for my collective. So there is this energy of letting go. But there's an earth sign here that you're connected to. Could be current or in the near future. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is something that I see moving towards you with intention. This is something that I see is going to plant some seeds here with you. Planting new seeds to be able to have growth and expansion. You could also be an earth sign or have strong earth placements. This feels like a fairly new energy, or at least someone you're going to have a new lease on life with, or some type of fresh start with. Okay? And it does feel like this is somebody who has practical intentions for your relationship. What else we need to know about this relationship? Woo! For some of you, this could be someone where there's distance as a factor. Or maybe there was distance in the past. Okay? But this does feel like a connection that has some type of tie to your spiritual awakening. So this could be someone who's coming in after your spiritual awakening, or someone who was the genesis or the catalyst to your spiritual awakening. If this is a past person, tell me how they relate to my collective. Woo! Yeah, you've always felt called, if this is a past person, to nurture this person. But this person also taught you to nurture yourself. This person taught you to shift the balance of energy to yourself. And that feels profound in itself. Also, something here about forehead kisses. Also, one or both of you could have wavy hair. Okay? I am sensing that this is somebody who maybe you feel like you had to learn how to speak each other's love languages. That's coming through. Okay? I feel like there's some type of similarities, though. Similarities, but different. Thank you, Stephanie. Similarities in the sense where you could have similar goals or ambitions or things that you want from your life. But something in life feels like it keeps you apart. There's some type of station that feels like it keeps you apart, or some type of obstacle that keeps you apart. But it does feel like, it's almost like your souls speak the same language. That's what this feels like. Damn. And listen. Is the right thing to do. I do feel like this is also a collective that if you're dealing with a past person, this could be someone you had a break with. There could have been a period here of distance or a period here of detachment. And it feels like in that time, your person gained an awareness of the fact that they truly did have wishes or hopes for your future. And that they knew being with you was going to be able to bring them forth a new cycle as well of happiness and fulfillment. That you were their happiness. But that there was something connected to you as their higher purpose. Like if they're with you, everything else in their life feels like it comes into place. Now, it does feel like it requires changes for this person, but good changes. Like positive changes. What does this person have to change to be with my collective? What would they have to change to be with my collective? So for some of you, this is just somebody who needed to stop controlling the way that they were showing up in this relationship. I feel like this is also somebody who, again, in that time of distance, did try to control the way they were feeling. But there's a lot of chemistry here. There's a lot of desire. This was an unexpected connection that I feel like came into both your lives when you weren't anticipating it. So for this collective, and we are going to read for a new collective, but when this person came into your life on both sides, I feel like you weren't ready to heed the intensity. It feels like it threw you both for a loop. It feels like it put you both in a place in which you were trying to pick up the pieces, like struggling to figure out what to do next, struggling to figure out how to even reflect on this. It feels like it was just overwhelming. And all at once, it feels like so many things in your life felt like they had to change. Just because you had never felt something so intense, it does feel like this is something that took some time for you both to be able to adapt from. But I am seeing, again, with the sacral energy, this is a collective that is still in separation with this person because they feel like they need the time to focus on their own happiness and fulfillment. And I feel like you don't feel like it can be with this person right now. This collective feels a little bit of guilt in detaching from this person, but you also feel like it's necessary. So it feels like this is a double-edged sword for you at this time. Double-edged sword. Tell me a little bit more about this person specifically to my collective. Yeah, they do not want this cycle here to close. This is somebody who does want a new cycle with you in 2025. This is somebody who is in the background forming some type of foundation for the two of you to build upon. Okay? Could also be a Libra. I'm feeling Libra energy here. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could also be a Leo. Feels fiery. Summer birthday, definitely significant. Okay? So let's see. What will this relationship look like by the end of 2025? And then we are going to look at some new energies as well. By the end of 2025. So there is, again, Leo energy significant here. There is a fresh start. There is a new beginning here. And you both want it and you'll both be ready. But it feels like there is this shift here required in your person's belief systems. And it feels like as well, for some of you, this is somebody who needs to move away from some type of traditional values that they've had. They could have been raised in like a conservative household, or you could have different religious upbringings. But it feels like there's some things about you that are the same. Like the way that you connect emotionally, the language of your soul, your spirit feels like it's very much in state of union. But your upbringings or your life circumstances feel disparate. It feels like it's almost like you can't, again, be with each other in the current state of your life. And there's something here about your person being able to defy convention in order to be able to have an opportunity here with you. Okay? Could be a Taurus as well. Taurus energy is significant here. Tell me a little bit more about what the path is and how this person will defy convention. Because they'll follow their heart. Because they'll follow their heart. I feel like that's all you've been wanting from this person. And the song right now is, everybody's got a hungry heart. That's pretty good impression. This is somebody who has never stopped loving you. And in fact, I feel like the love this person has for you has fueled them in terms of wanting more for themselves and in their life. That's powerful. I felt that was a testimony from them, that channel. That's somebody who feels like their desire to have more from their life is directly attributed to your connection. This is somebody who I truly feel like for a long time, they were just accepting the status quo or accepting the way things had always been done or accepting what was expected of them. I just heard traditional relationship. Maybe they felt like this is somebody who felt like they had to be married off. Again, could be very strong differences in your backgrounds. Or somebody who had already made a decision in terms of relationship in their life and felt stuck. But it does show that this is somebody who realizes, again, that they have to follow their heart. And following their heart leads them straight to you. With an offer. With an offer. Roses could be significant. Color red could be significant. Venusian energy. This is Taurus and Libra. What do we need to know about the final outcome here? Ooh, she's a Taurus and I'm a Libra. Taurus, Libra, significant. Towards the end of the year, what do we need to know? Final outcome. Okay. A new foundation, opportunity for growth, very, very strong Libra energy here. So you very likely have strong Libra energy in your chart, or your person does, okay? But this is somebody who I do see is wanting to be able to nurture this relationship for the first time. And it's because they're finally willing to nurture themselves. And it also shows that this is somebody who feels like they've taken too much time away from you. They've been too separated for you for too long. So there is a new cycle here incoming. For most of you, I'm seeing the month of April being significant for a new cycle. And the reason why I feel like there's still some time is because this is somebody over here who needs to go through the process of accepting that they are essentially the creator of their own demise. As morbid as that sounds, this is somebody who needs to acknowledge that they are directly culpable for the steps they're taking in their life and their fulfillment or lack thereof, and that they have no one else to blame but themselves. And that sounds quite cruel, but we all have to go through that process, right? Of accepting personal accountability and responsibility and realizing that if we want to move towards happiness and fulfillment like you are right now, we need to choose to do so. So you're inspiring this connection here. You're inspiring your person because you are in this energy of pure joy. You're in this energy of being totally unbridled, totally uninhibited. I feel like you are just very tapped in and tuned in to the world around you. I feel like you're so passionate about so many things in your life right now. You could have a lot of ideas just swirling around your head at this time. You could have a vision board for 2025. You could be feeling called to setting intentions for your path ahead. It feels like this is a collective that has gone through a lot, but you haven't lost steam. Like it hasn't taken so much out of you that you're not hopeful and optimistic and enthusiastic. I feel like this is a collective that's more excited about that than this relationship for once. It feels like that's creating a massive shift in the balance of this relationship because you're no longer seeking from this person or fostering with this person happiness and fulfillment. They have to find that for themselves, as do you. As do you. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's how you create balance. Tell me a little bit more about the next steps here for this relationship. Some of you have kind of given up on this to the degree where you're like, you know what, Spirit, whatever will be, will be. That's where you are. And that's when the magic happens, truly. When the magic happens is often when we're not waiting for it to happen. For some of you, you're like, I'm just manifesting success. And you're holding on so tightly to something and you're waiting for the water to boil, but you're confused. You're like, why are my manifestations not boiling? Why is the water not boiling? Well, you're watching the pot. Well, you're focusing too heavily on Spirit. Like, let Spirit do its thing. Let the universe work behind the scenes. Spirit doesn't want you to see the behind the scenes footage. Spirit wants to be able to work in silence. Spirit wants this to still feel like a miracle when it comes forward. You don't want to know the entire plan. You don't want to know the entire blueprint. You don't want to be able to know every step it took to be able to bring you your blessings. You want Spirit to bring forth your blessings and have it feel like the miracle that it is. So allow that magic to happen. Allow the magic to happen. And what will be, yes. But what is about to come forth is a miracle that I feel this collective is not anticipating. Not anticipating. And the reason why I feel like you're not necessarily anticipating this miracle is because you've really pulled focus away from this to focus on yourself. And you're experiencing a lot of growth, a lot of expansion on a personal level. And that feels exciting to you for the first time in a long time. In the past, I feel like you're experiencing a lot of growth, but you were doing so to get this person's attention or to show your friends or family that you were making progress, maybe to make someone else proud. And now you're doing it to make yourself proud. So that is notable. That is revelatory. This is a significant shift from this collective that was entering 2024, just barely getting through the spiritual awakening and shadow phase of 2023, 22, 21, and 20, which was a doozy. But this is the close of a 5-year cycle that we're coming up on. And it feels like that conflict energy is something that we are moving beyond into that 9 energy of 2025, which is personal mastery, victory. This is your year. This is your year. This is no one else's year. And here's the beautiful thing about it being your year. Okay, it's intimidating because it's yours to make of it, right? It's whatever you make of it, it will be. But that's also a blessing. The blessing is it's whatever you make of it. The downside is it's whatever you make of it. The blessing is it's whatever you make of it. The good news is, and the bad news is, it's whatever you make of it. It's whatever you make of it. So go forth and make whatever your heart desires. Set an intention. 2025 is your year. Okay, it is your year. And you may not see the growth you've experienced thus far. Okay, but for many of you, you're just a perfectionist and you need to stop being so hard on yourself. One of you needed to hear that message. I'm talking to you, Jane, just kidding. But some of you, Some of you are perfectionists, and you're perfectionists, so you're like, oh, I haven't made progress. Oh, I'm not where I want to be. Oh, I'm not as healed as I'd like to be. Oh, I don't look in the way that I want to look. I don't fit into these specific pants. Oh, everyone else is getting their PhD and I'm only getting my bachelor's degree. Oh, I'm not as far along in my job. Oh, I wish I looked like this. I wish I was with this. I wish I had these friends. I wish I had this handbag. I wish I was living this life. How about just be thankful and grateful for all the strides that you've made? How about recognize the fact that you're a living, breathing miracle? How about taking a moment to recognize all the beauty that is within you and outside of you? How about taking just a singular moment to be able to reflect on how far you've come? Okay. Let's see. Let's get some insight here. Any advice here for this collective as it relates to love? So love this year for you, the word of the year for love, expansive. It's expansive. Okay. And when something is expansive, meaning it's moving forward at an accelerated rate, it cannot necessarily be burdened, or it's not going to be impacted, because being in a state of expansion is being on a path of alignment. When you're in a path of alignment, you expand readily. When you're in a path of alignment, you have momentum. When you're in a path of alignment, you're in a flow state. So this is a collective that's on a path of alignment, in a state of flow, and expanding rapidly. And as you expand rapidly, love is not going to feel hard. It's not going to feel challenging. You're not going to feel those obstacles keep coming up. You're not going to feel like those lessons keep taking place. You're not going to be having repeated patterns, hot and cold patterns, frustrations, roadblocks, the same energies. Because you have recognized that moving forward is better than moving backward. And the universe is rewarding you for this recognition. I see this being a collective that is now going to experience love in a totally different way that they've experienced it in the past. A love that comes to you. And the reason why you're experiencing the love that comes to you is because you know you're worthy of that. Simply by being and existing, you are worthy of love. And when you have that state of knowing in your heart, love will find its way to you. Love will seek you out. Love will knock down your door to find you. It will turn over every stone to find you. But this was a collective that was turning over every stone to find love last year and the year before and the year prior. Now this is a collective that's in alignment. You don't have to seek outside yourself anymore. You found it right here. And now it will find you. Damn. Final advice for this collective. What do we need to know? So this is powerful, okay? Now at this time, it feels like you have moved into a state of recognizing the bigger picture. This is the energy of like being the bigger person, because I do feel like you're ahead of your partner on the journey here. In this divine counterpart journey, it feels like you have ascended beyond this partner. And when we are in the state of ascension, we recognize that someone is not as far as we are on the path. We identify with where they are in the path, but we also identify with where they're going and where we are. And in doing so, we don't judge, castigate, or persecute. We don't compare or contrast. We don't seek to put them down or oppress. We don't try to bring them up with us. We simply accept. We accept where they are, and we accept where we are. This is a collective that is doing the right thing and moving forward in peace. And at this time, divine intervention is occurring. Okay, divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided and that your sole purpose in this moment is happiness. Happiness. Isn't that simple? People are like, what is my purpose? Why am I here? Happiness. Making the most of time. Enjoying the passage of time. Having a beautiful moment. Spending time with your kids, gardening, whatever that looks like for you. Okay? That is your purpose. It is happiness. I see you moving forward in this state of happiness in alignment with your higher purpose and path. And as you are in this state of intervention and purpose, it feels like the universe is supporting you and aligning with this partner when they are ready to meet you where you are. Because the universe, your guides, and you for the first time are unwilling to go back. And that's a powerful testimony. That's a statement in itself. Because in your history, you didn't have the backbone or the strong will or the determination to keep moving forward when people were trying to pull you back. But you've recognized that for the greater good, you shall move forward. And most importantly, for the greater good of yourself. Damn. Okay. For those of you who are asking when, how long, maybe you're not ready to receive this message yet, okay? Because I feel like this is a collective that's not focused on the when. You're focused on it being right. You're focused on being right. Because if this person comes forward and they're not ready, it doesn't matter when. It doesn't matter when. It could be tomorrow. Would that benefit you? Would that support you? Would that help you grow? Would that help the relationship grow? This is somebody who needs to come forward ready. And I do see that happening. For most of you, it is in April. Okay? In the month of April. But until then, it does feel like this is somebody who is going to try to tempt you, or someone who might try to DM you or send you messages or try to get your attention or try to offer you something, because they're not as confident as you are. They're not in a place of confidence. You are shifting into a confident state. They're in an insecure state. And the more confident you become, the more insecure they become. Okay? And for a lot of you, it's about really making a solid commitment here to not even entertain and to keep that guard all the way up until you feel like this is in alignment with your karmic justice, what you deserve. Okay? So, I hope that message was helpful for my collective, sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that collective message, 2025 down below to let me know that this is going to be your year. Okay? This is your year. It is what it will make it to be. The good news and the bad news is it is what you make it to be. We are going to do some guidance specifically to career now. For those who are desiring career guidance, I want you to let me know down below. 777 down below to let me know that you're ready for your luckiest year yet. Your most auspicious, prosperous, abundant year yet. Let's see what we got. Yes, Miss Christine. The last love collective of 2024. It's here, baby. Okay, what does my collective need to know as it relates to career for 2025? Yes, Miss Bess. Oh, dang. Okay. This is a collective that is specifically attracting in new opportunities as it relates to their career. Okay? What else do we need to know about this? You could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You also could have heavy fire placements. Okay? You could have specifically made a wish or set an intention around career over the last few weeks. That's an additional confirmation. Okay? Tell me what we need to know here about this collective as it relates to career. How are they feeling about their career at this time? Yeah. This is for a collective that feels like they've been attempting to manifest something specific. Maybe it's a new opportunity. Okay? Maybe it's a promotion, maybe a bonus, some type of success. But you've been feeling like whatever you've been attracting has not come easily, or you haven't been able to call in your abundance or call in your manifestations. So this is a collective that feels a little bit frustrated around attracting in or manifesting what you ultimately desire. What is it the conscious of this frustration? What is the frustration here? So here's the thing. Oh, this is a beautiful message. I love this message, okay? This is for a collective that has been frustrated, but I'm going to tell you something that's going to blow your mind, okay? You're going to blow that crown right off your head. That frustration is a good thing. Do you know why? Because that frustration says, I'm not willing to accept the current circumstances. I'm not willing to accept my current station in this area of my life. I'm not willing to accept something that I feel like is not where I'm meant to be. I know I deserve more. I know I deserve better. I know the universe has more planned for me, and I feel that in my heart. So any frustration you're experiencing is a good thing, because I feel like that's actually motivation. It's a healthy motivation that's actually encouraging you to continue to learn, continue to grow, continue to push, continue to be motivated, follow your instincts. Your instincts are dead on. The veil is very thin. You're definitely receiving insight from your guides at this time to help you align with your destined purpose. It feels like this is a collective that is looking at this from a much higher elevation view. What else we need to know about their career? Yeah, I feel like this is a collective as well that is trying to follow their heart towards a real passion of theirs. You may be feeling listless, demotivated at this time as well, because you're feeling like you're not able to live out your passion. You're not feeling inspired or encouraged. When you're in a dead-end job or doing a job that doesn't actually encourage you, or you're just doing it to make a paycheck, there's nothing more exhausting. There's nothing more boring. There's nothing more draining and depleting. You'll hit burnout instantly, because you're not getting that energy replenished through excitement, through invigoration, through exhilaration of doing what you're meant to do. So this feels like a collective that's like, I feel like I'm on a hamster wheel. You feel like you're going around and around in circles, not accomplishing much. But there's a part of you that's afraid to ask for what you want. What's your fear here, collective? What is your fear? I feel like this collective is afraid to ask for what they want because there's a subconscious doubt that says, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe it's not possible. Maybe I can't accomplish this. Maybe this isn't for me. As if putting it out there gives you the chance to fail, or putting it out there provides some type of potential for you to be disappointed. And my encouragement to this collective is to never live by way of your fear. Never live by way of your doubts. Never live by way of your limitations. Okay? What else do we need to know about this? What do we need to know about this collective here? Damn. Yeah, you are working towards great wealth and prosperity. Great wealth and prosperity. It feels like this is a collective of like healers, empaths, compassionate individuals. You are very good at building bridges between people. You're really good at making connections with people. And it also feels like that's going to be the key to your success. There's something here about utilizing connections and network partnerships in order to be able to spring forward or be able to pole vault towards this higher path, this higher timeline. I heard mentorship, so there could be someone who could mentor you, okay? But I want you to invest in yourself like your life depends on it. I want you to give yourself, we'll say 30 full days of pretending and faking it till you make it and living in a world in which your fear is not a factor. I want you to give yourself the entire month of January to not allow your fear to ever get in the way. When that fear comes up, I want you to look that fear in the face, that inner saboteur. Some of you need to name your fear. Okay, Brenda, I see you, Brenda. You're not going to get the best of me. Some of you need to name that fear and tell them what's what. Okay, tell them where it can go. Some of you need to be able to acknowledge that fear, name that so it feels like it's outside of yourself because it's not you. You are not that fear. You are not that fear. So what is the name for your fear? I want you to name it. I want you to look it straight in the face and say, I ain't afraid of you. I ain't afraid. You can't stop me, right? You can't jump. You can't get ahead of me. Nothing can stop me from overcoming this adversity. Nothing can stop me or prevent me from aligning with my higher purpose, Brenda. Yeah. Okay, what do we need to know about the career path moving forward? Yes. There's something here where you're trying to grin and bear it just to pass the day away. It's like, this feels like Machiavellian energy. It's like you feel like you have to be nice to certain people or you have to just accept certain things on life's terms. I will tell you that is unequivocally untrue. That is a falsehood. Falsehoods and the liars that tell them to themselves. That's what that is. You don't have to accept anything. You don't. You can create any outcome that you desire. And yes, it's one thing to be peaceful and be in a state of non-resistance. But if you're unhappy with something, I want you to make sure that you're acknowledging that. Don't gaslight yourself and be like, I love everything if you're unhappy. Acknowledge that there's something that makes you uncomfortable and be direct. Be direct. Okay? Tell me a little bit more. What do we need to know about our career path ahead by the end of next year? So for those of you who are making investments into yourself, if you're getting some type of training or accreditation, if you've been working on bettering yourself, by the end of next year, I see those big calculated risks are going to fully pay off. Okay. For some of you, you're on the verge of finding work that is the perfect match for you. For those of you who are seeking something brand new or just out of school or even transitioning out of something in the past, it feels like you may need to grow something that's yourself. Maybe it's your own business. Maybe it's something just for yourself to be truly happy. But it does feel like even that category, even that group is going to find something that is a good fit for them. But if you are currently in the process of staying in the same industry or path and you do make investments in yourself, it does show that those investments will pay off. The month of September is significant for all of you in this collective. Both collectives within this larger collective diaspora are going to be impacted positively by self-investment in the month of September specifically. Okay? By the month of December, there's a major opportunity with somebody who's going to come and seek you out. This could be like a boss. This could also be like somebody in a joint business venture. Okay? This feels like it gives you a platform to be able to have a greater reach, a larger audience that feels like it gives you access, whether it's to new clients or whether it's to just be able to have more recognition and success. Okay? So, any final advice here for this collective? What do we need to know moving forward? This is a collective that is needing to stay optimistic, okay? Because you are not where you'd like to be at this time, but what is helping propel you forward within this collective is that your third eye is open. You're seeing the truth for what it is. Your intuition is very clear. So allow your intuition to lead you. Your intuition is also coming from that heart-based place. So keep your heart open, okay? Allow yourself to keep that lower heart chakra open and utilize that to be able to use the psychic insight that's being provided to you in order for you to be able to illuminate a new path. It feels like this is a collective that's done a lot of work on the background to be able to get to where they want in their career. But take one step at a time. By the end of this year, I see you in a position in your career in which you're experiencing happiness, fulfillment, and a very strong compensation package that makes you feel like you can live your life in a state of comfort. Okay? So I hope this message was helpful for my collective. Last career reading for 2024. We are going to do some free yes or no questions. All you have to do is add your name or your initial and your question down below to be eligible. Let me know if that career message resonated for you. 777 down below to let me know that you're ready to claim your best career year. Yes, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate you. Okay, let's see. Amazing, Molly. Amazing. Thank you for being here. So Eric is going to contact you before Friday. I do see communication coming in. I do see Aleko reaching out, but it doesn't look like it's for New Year. But I do see him reaching out. Your children's book will work out, but I feel like there's something here about detaching from the outcome. I know it's hard. Shannon, I do see love coming in. Could be an earth sign.